In this video, I'm going to talk about permanent makeup removal and what methods are available to you if you want to reverse the process. I am here to show you step by step how you can get rid of the old cosmetic tattoo and re-emerge with more natural looking permanent makeup. Hi everyone, this is Julia from Pigmenta Permanent Cosmetics and welcome to my channel, the #1 place for permanent makeup education, science, and inspiration. If you're new to my channel, make sure you click that subscribe button below, hit the bell, and turn on your notifications. Everything I mentioned in this video can be found linked in the description box below. So let's get started. There's several reasons why someone would want to have a removal done. The color is too deep, the color is too solid, the color is too dark, color correction is not really an option, and the color has turned into a blowout. Blowout is basically color that has migrated outside of the intended tattoo area. If you want to know more about color correction, I do have a video specifically on this topic. First, I want to talk about the different options that are available for removal. You know what they say, not everything is good for everyone. So sometimes one method will suffice, but often you have to combine two or more methods to be successful. Can a really solid and black eyebrow tattoo be completely removed? Yes and no. Let me explain what I mean by that. Generally, there are only a few known ways to purge the color. Number 1, laser tattoo removal. It usually requires 1 to 6 treatments and it's not cheap. It's quite common these days to remove unwanted tattoos. But if you want to remove something like an eyebrow or eyeliners or lip liners, that requires a specific skill from the laser technician. For example, if you still have hair on the eyebrows, the laser can take those out for good. The laser can also leave your skin hypopigmented. What does that mean? It just means that the skin is lighter than your natural skin color. Now, why is that? Because the laser works by breaking up pigments with high intensity light beam. Now, tattoo ink is pigment, but you also have pigment in your skin and you have pigment in your hair. So the laser may or may not target those pigments as well. So that's why you can be left with no pigment in your skin or no hair. Of course, it all depends on the quality of the laser, and it's ever changing. I think every 6 months they come out with a new laser. So they're getting better and better, and it also depends on the technician. So I have a few referrals. I swear by them because they know exactly what they're doing, and I am very confident in sending my clients and patients over to them. The laser also picks up black ink the best. So if you have any other color in there, which is common in eyebrows or in lip color, the laser might not pick that up. So hence, that's why you need multiple sessions. And again, I can't stress enough about the skill level of the technician, because lastly, in the wrong hands, you might end up actually with scarring on your skin. And it's not like a big scar across your body or your face. It's more like your skin has changed its texture. And once they're done with the laser treatments, for most, the journey doesn't end there, because what are they supposed to do with the empty space, for example, on the eyebrow? Ultimately, it's back to the basics. So eyebrow pencil, or you get a new set of eyebrows tattooed. Number 2, removal solutions. Now, this is a method that is available to us as permanent makeup technicians. Now, I'm really not including all the removal creams that are out there on the market that you can buy as a layman and just put it on for the color to vanish over time. I'm really talking about the solutions that you can tattoo into the skin to draw the color out. When we have a client come into our clinics the first time, we evaluate the situation first. Are they a candidate for removal, or are they a candidate for color correction? Removal is more involved and is more invasive, so we want to make sure that we go with the path of least resistance. The unwanted color can be extracted by the means of certain chemicals, such as acetylsaline. Through the method of osmosis, the water and salts are being pulled up, lifting the color to the surface. Once injected into the skin, the molecules of the solution binds with the molecules of the color, and just like carbonated water, bubbles it up to the surface of the skin. Other solutions containing deionized water, certain oxides and acids can also be used, and depending on the client's skin, the situation, the tattoo itself, we will determine which products to use on them. What is the main difference between laser and remover? So with the laser, the color particles get broken up and then get dispersed and will be absorbed by the body. And our remover will actually lift the color out of the skin. When it's determined that the client needs removal, we educate them first. We tell them step by step how the removal works and what it entails. We also tell them that it might require multiple treatments and that it is a 6-month commitment. For the initial session, the tattoo solutions tattooed into the skin, and we wait 4 weeks. Now, if everything went well and the client adhered to the aftercare, we have no further complications, then essentially we will have lifted 80% of the color. 1 day after the treatment, you will see the color turning darker. That's because, number one, the color oxidizes overnight. Number two, we have actually pulled the color from the deeper layers of the skin to the surface, and that's why it appears a little darker at first. Over the next 7 to 10 days, a scab will form over the tattooed area. And once the scab falls off, the color falls off with it. During the healing process, the skin will appear really red. And we tell the clients not to be alarmed. That's all normal and part of the healing process. After 4 weeks, we have them come in and we do a checkup. Now, if the skin is still red, we send them home and they have to heal some more. The skin is not ready. But when they come back and the skin is no longer red, we will evaluate and see if the skin at this point is faded to something that we can manage. If that's so, we can now do maybe perhaps another color correction over it and then put a new set of brows over. Or in the case of an eyeliner, we would now tattoo a new eyeliner over the area. Now, if we did not pull enough color out and there's still a lot of residual color left, then what we would do is we would go for the second removal. We are lucky in that we work and collaborate with a lot of medical spas, hospitals, individual practitioners such as dermatologists or plastic surgeons. And so it's not uncommon for us to cross-refer. Often we look at it case by case, and sometimes they will receive the client first and they refer them right to us because laser is not an option for them. Or vice versa, we see them in a consult and we determine that it's more beneficial for them to get a laser session first and then come back to us. So now I have some tips for my colleagues out there interested in offering removal in your clinic or studio. I would like you to think about the following first. Make sure you have enough experience under your belt. I would say somewhere between 2 to 5 years in the field before you even tackle removal. Make sure that you either take a course in removal or you do research on the product and make sure that you have support from a representative or the manufacturer itself. Select the right tools. Removal can be done by machine or by the hand tool. Find a good liability professional insurance. Make sure that they cover tattoo removal and that the product itself has been approved, because some products are and some products are not. If you ever come across a case of a removal that it's going way over your head, please make sure that you refer that client out, to someone who's more experienced. As for the clients seeking removal, can you commit to the 6-month timeline and multiple procedures? If you have more questions about this procedure, please don't hesitate to reach out to us and do an online consult. And that's all for today. I would love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments below. I will upload a new video every Tuesday. Talk to you soon.